Hey guys, welcome back to the Gun Deity channel. I've been doing a lot of videos since the beginning of my channel, and one thing I haven't really specified on is videos for beginners. And there are a lot of you who watch these videos who have never fired a gun before, or are just getting in, and maybe you've done maybe 1 or 2 range days. So I'm going to do a new series. The series is derived around the new shooter. Those who are experienced, these are good pointers for you to help you, or maybe help someone that you're training on the range, but not necessary for those who have been on the range many times. But it is an educational film, so I would appreciate you watch it. But first, let's get caffeinated. I wish Black Rifle Coffee Company would sponsor me, but not big enough yet.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go.
Now, caffeine is not important for the range. It's not a key ingredient. But what is a key ingredient is making sure that you are awake, conscious, and aware of what's going on. So, if you're not feeling good, you're tired, you're drowsy, you're not clear-minded, don't go to the range. Skip range day that day. I don't care if you have an important video to film like myself, or you have buddies who are going out to the range that day. When you're not clear-minded, that's when mistakes happen. That's when injuries can occur. So, if you need caffeine to be clear-minded, drink some caffeine. But if you just need to get some extra sleep, skip range day that day and get some extra sleep. Next thing you need to do, you need to make sure that you have the proper protection for the range. If you live in an environment where you need gloves, get some gloves. Gloves are also good to have even if you live in this environment, because malfunctions do occur with the firearm that can hurt your hands. Primary things you need is hearing and eye protection. Those are primary things for shooting at the range. You don't want to lose your hearing at a young age. Tinnitus is one hell of a thing to get, so make sure you have some good ear protection. I prefer electronic ear protection because I can hear what's going on around me. If you don't have any good hearing protection or good eye protection, check out the link in my description below. Caldwell Shooting Supplies has both options for you, both eye, ear, and hand protection. So go down in the link and click on that and buy something there. But you definitely want eye protection as well. Ricochets happen, so do case ejection malfunctions. A lot of things can happen that could ruin your eyes. You only get 2 of them. There is no extras after that, so you don't want to lose them. So let's keep our eyes, let's keep our ears, get both of those protections. All right. Now, once you have all the range goodies, you have your eye, ear protection, you have plenty of caffeine or whatever you need to stay clear and focused for the day. The next is to know the 4 rules of gun safety. First rule is always keep your muzzle in a safe direction. If you're not firing, you need to keep it pointed away from any other people or any other things that you do not want to destroy. So it needs to be pointed downrange or in a safe direction. Next thing you want to know is what is your target and what's beyond it. Now, me here, I'm not shooting at anything in particular, but I have a huge berm behind there. That is so I could bury my rounds into the hillside, and I don't have to worry about it going off into the distance where I don't know where the rounds are. You are responsible for every round that leaves the muzzle of your firearm. So you want to make sure that wherever you're putting your rounds, they're getting buried into it. That also goes for knowing your surroundings when you're shooting too, because if it's an item that you're shooting at that could ricochet, like a steel target, you want to make sure that the steel is in the right angle to where the ricochet goes down or away from you. preferably down, because away from you, you can't control where it's going. But if you're shooting at a steel target, especially with a rifle, you're going to want to angle it away from you as well as down. And that's because rifle rounds are a little bit more aggressive than pistol rounds, and they ricochet a little bit harder than pistol rounds. So you want to make sure that it stays away from you, because one of the biggest injuries on the range is ricochets. The next thing is, don't shoot at anything you don't want to destroy. Firearms, although they are fun and a lot of people enjoy them on a regular basis, at the end of the day, they are still weapons. The bullet is still deadly. So you want to make sure that whatever you're shooting at is a target, not something that you don't want to injure or, unfortunately, end. So I do always make sure that what you're shooting at is a proper target. And if you are hunting, make sure that you're going for a legitimate target, not just shooting at anything that moves. Okay? Last thing, and probably one of the most, I won't say one of the most important, but it is up there, and that's probably why it's in the top 4, is keeping your finger off the trigger till you're ready to fire. What I tell people is to keep their finger off the trigger guard. And if you notice, when I'm not firing, my finger is straight and over the trigger guard. That way that trigger guard's wide open, so everyone that I'm at the range with knows that I'm not about to fire. This is a safety feature that you'll see a lot of guys who go to the range, a lot of ex-military, a lot of those guys are going to keep this mindset. Finger is way off the trigger, way up here, out of that trigger guard. You might be thinking, oh, I'm not touching the trigger, but my finger's down here. Well, your finger being down here, it could easily slip and smack that trigger. And depending on the gun, that could set it off. That just a slight touch. So you want to make sure that your finger's way off the trigger, that you got a nice firm grip on the gun, and you're off the trigger, okay? But if you guys like this kind of video, like, comment, share. Tell me in the description if this is your first time shooting, or if you know, you've been to the range 100 times and maybe this video helped you or helped a friend. Definitely share this video. There are plenty of people out there that could use this kind of video to learn how to just shoot better and be safer at the range. Definitely like, because that like video, when you like the video, it sends an algorithm out there that tells people that you like my video and that they should watch it as well, which is going to get more shooters out on the range and keep our Second Amendment going. So definitely like this video, comment, and share. And then I do have some affiliate links. If you want to get some really cool merch, go on down, support the channel, help me grow, help me get bigger, and I'll see you for the next one, guys.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a